Douglas makes a great philosophical point, which can be used for Israel. It was a swamp, and the Jews turned it into what it is today. What did Gaza do? That's why they envy and resent Israel. That's Islam. Notice, I mean, you're almost in the same area. That's the point. You're almost in the same area. Like, I mean, you're on the other side of a fence. One side is Israel. The other side is like Gaza or the West Bank and so on. And so the mindset there is, oh, the reason things are so successful on that side of the fence and they suck so bad over here is because we're being oppressed. It's like, no, if you had focused on building buildings instead of building tunnels to go kill those people, you would, why couldn't you do why can't you do the exact same thing? You were offered the opportunity. When the UN was presenting the proposal, you were offered, here's the land you have, there's the land they have. It's right beside each other. You guys can compete in how successful you're going to be. No, you don't want to. You just want to destroy those other guys. And where's it getting you? Sucksville. That's where.
Look, this is how simple it is. For decades, for a very, very long time, the opponent who is on this side repeatedly attacked and attacked and attacked in the most brutal ways. You are in charge. You defeated them several times. Instead of committing a genocide, instead of killing them, or instead of pushing all of them out, you still keep them there. And you decide in the end, you say, you know what, okay, I'm going to pull out all my settlers from there. They can have this land. They can self-govern it. They can rule there. But if you expect us to let them be entirely sovereign in the state, we're definitely not doing that. We know how that goes. So we're going to put a blockade in place, and we're going to give them everything they need. They don't even need to work for it. So you put the blockade in place, you give them everything they need, and those people then, with the stuff that they get, with all the funds, with all the resources, everything they have, what they do is, okay, we got something, we got new funds. What are we going to do with this? Let's send this to our leaders. The leaders, they will save that on the side. The rest of it, let's invest it into building tunnels and getting rockets so that we can prepare for the next attack on Israel. Instead of that, what if you stopped and said, hey guys, how about we don't do that this time? How about we take these funds and try to build something here? But no, that's a very unpopular idea.
And then you've seen these pictures of Hamas leaders and all these like the most expensive hotels and places in the entire world. Yeah. They live like absolute kings. Yeah. So you've got most of the people in Hamas, the actual jihadis in Hamas, they've got their religious purpose. But then you've got the leaders, and they're getting paid. They're becoming billionaires off this stuff. Mm-hmm. And anyway, this wild stuff. And then you got the Palestinians and their pawns in everyone else's games. Sid here says Muslim excuses are that the Mongols sacked Baghdad in 1258 and they lost all their scientific works. Lol, China, Russia, Korea were all ruled by Mongols and they all do fine. Can't accept their values are inferior. Yeah, and that's important. I mean, think Europe. Europe got destroyed by the bubonic plague. They lost like a third of their population.
Yeah.
And then they get the Renaissance right after that. The scientific revolution, right? It didn't stop them. Germany gets bombed down to nothing. Germany got the crap bombed out of it, got invaded, got divided up, was controlled by other nations. They now have the world's fourth largest economy. Japan lost the war. Nuclear bombs were dropped on them. And now they have the third largest economy in the world after the US and China. Like what Muslims? What is your excuse? Oh, but this thing happened to us 1,000 years ago. That's why we can't. I don't know, man. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic.
Those things also happened to Europe, by the way. They didn't just affect the Muslim world at the same time.
Yep.